KYT News.
A deadly crash in Lexington. We have the latest details from police.
Plus, how you can help Kentuckians affected by the aftermath of Hurricane Helene.
And we are gearing up for the vice presidential debate. We can look at the rules as the running mates prepare for their first head-to-head. Thanks for joining us. I'm Victor Puente.
And I'm Destiny Quinn. We could see a few more showers today. Let's check in with First Alert meteorologist Jim Caldwell.
Yeah, showers, some fog still out there. I mean, a lot trying to evolve. I mean, there's the fog. I was trying to get that camera pulled up. Man, it is still foggy, and it's 10 o'clock in the morning. That's the thing. You've still got that layer that's out there hovering right around the city. Check out that. Visibility numbers are still pretty low, all things considered. Now, I've got about a half mile in Lexington right now. That's pretty low for this part of the day. Usually you start really burning it off, but it's thick. 5 miles showing there in Georgetown. You got about 10 in London, and then less than a half mile in other spots. So it's out there. We factor in this. There's actually some rain starting to get generated. A few showers are making their way through the area currently. You can see them stretching across parts of southeastern Kentucky and then getting into true southern Kentucky as well. And the rain chances for all of us, they're going to stay pretty consistent here as we make our way through pretty much the rest of the day, go toward the afternoon and evening hours. And it's not that it's going to be a steady, widespread rain. You just got more stuff like I was showing in the First Alert Radar Network. More of the isolated or scattered stuff will continue developing and moving across Kentucky. So that's where we are in the world of weather right now. Mainly a dry run after we get through these showers, though. I'll break that down in more detail coming up in a few minutes.
Thanks, Jim. We begin with a breaking news update. A person has died in a Lexington crash.
It happened earlier this morning on Winchester Road. Lucy Bryson is at that scene. Lucy, what do we know so far?
I'm here at a scene off of Winchester Road where it has been confirmed that one man is now dead after a single vehicle crash. That vehicle that was involved in this crash is right behind us now. The coroner said the call was put in by the owner of this property that the car did end up in. After speaking to Coroner Gary Ginn, he shared that the body was cold when they did respond, indicating that it's very possible this body was there for a while before police were called in. The coroner says the person dead has been identified, but they can't disclose his identity yet as they're still trying to make contact with his family. He shared with us that they don't know why his vehicle ran off the road, and they also don't know how long the body was sitting there before the call was put in. There were no marks indicating that he needed to swerve off of the road to avoid an obstacle. We ask you to join us on WKYT News at noon to hear more from Coroner Gary Ginn about this investigation. We're going to continue to update you on air and online as the morning proceeds. For now, in Lexington, I'm Lucy Bryson, WKYT.
Lucy, thank you. 600 people are still missing in the wake of Hurricane Helene.
The storm's death toll across 6 states has now reached 130. Helene hit Florida as a Category 4 hurricane and dumped a tremendous amount of water along the coast. Parts of North Carolina got more than 2 feet of rain. Some volunteers are relying on mules to deliver aid.
But this is just, it's hard to understand. I mean, this is just massive. This will take
President
years.
Biden will visit North Carolina tomorrow to assess the situation.
More than 1 million U.S. households are still without power. There are about 7,000 still in Kentucky. Power companies say they're prioritizing repairs at home before traveling to help neighboring states.
Typically, we try to help each other out here in Kentucky before we send crews to other states, and it's going to take a while. So once our co-op crews kind of get rested up and get resupplied, they may be heading south in the next few days here to help out with some of those repairs in other states.
Kentucky had more than 200,000 households without power the day the storm hit.
If you lost power, you may need to throw out some of your food. The FDA says a full freezer will keep food safe for approximately 48 hours if the door remains closed, 24 hours if it's half full. The USDA says refrigerators without power can only keep food safe for up to 4 hours. That includes fresh fruits and vegetables which have already been cut.
The general rule of thumb is when in doubt, throw it out, particularly if it's been longer than 4 hours. And you should never taste anything to make sure that it's okay.
Black Soil Kentucky, a nonprofit in Lexington, is giving away locally grown produce for free at their new distribution center off of Lane Allen Road. The nonprofit plans to give out fresh produce every day from 10 to 4 while supplies last.
Powell County is offering showers for people affected by Helene. The EOC Center only has one stall. They say time will be limited. If you want to be put on the list, call the number on your screen there to set up a time. Towels and toiletries are not provided. Firefighters in Winchester are collecting supplies for hurricane survivors. The department is asking for cleaning supplies, baby items, and other essentials. You can drop donations off at the station on Fortune Drive. The deadline is Monday the 7th.
Salvation Army Emergency Disaster Service teams are helping people affected by Helene. Scan the QR code you see now on your screen to donate to their recovery efforts. Donations will go towards food, water, and long-term recovery services for survivors. For more information, visit disaster.salvationarmyusa.org.
Thousands of U.S. port workers are now on strike. Could be the country's most disruptive strike in more than 4 decades. Members of the Longshoremen's Association walked off their job just after midnight. They are demanding better pay and a ban on fully automated equipment.
Our members have done the homework. They know their worth, and essentially they demand fair wages and better benefits.
The strike affects more than a dozen ports along the East Coast. Analysts expect it to cripple the supply chain and cost the economy more than $2 billion in just a week. The candidates for vice president will square off tonight in New York City, what will likely be their only debate.
New numbers show differences in how Republicans and Democrats feel about their candidates. CBS polling shows a majority of registered voters believe neither Tim Walz nor J.D. Vance is qualified to be president. About half of Republicans say Vance makes former President Trump's ticket better. 74% of Democrats say the same about Vice President Harris's pick. Their supporters are trying to build excitement.
I think that Governor Walz, Tim, my friend, is, he is relatable, he is warm, but I think he also has a lot of toughness.
I think J.D. Vance is going to be great. He's going to concentrate on the issues that matter most.
You can watch the debate here on WKYT. It starts at 9 tonight. Live coverage starts at 8.
In more local news, the Lexington Health Insurance Agency is ramping up suicide prevention training. Employees at Passport by Molina Healthcare are being trained to use something called QPR. It stands for Question, Persuade, and Refer to recognize a behavioral health concern. They say raising awareness for those dealing with suicidal thoughts is crucial for normalizing talks about mental health.
It's like the song says, I'm not okay, and it's going to be okay. We're going to all get through this together, and I think the hope is that this meeting and opportunity creates more awareness that a lot of us are struggling with challenges, and that's okay.
The organization says nearly 100 employees are now trained to see the warning signs of a mental health crisis. Happening now, a flu shot clinic is underway in Georgetown.
It's part of a series of clinics happening this month in central Kentucky. Health leaders say flu season is right around the corner, and COVID-19 is still sending people to the hospital. Today's drive runs through 3 p.m. at First Presbyterian Church. It is free to the public. It's a good time to adopt a new pet. The Bizzle Pet Foundation's Empty the Shelter event starts today. Shelters across the state will lower adoption fees to $25. Participating shelters in our area include the Lexington Humane Society, Clark County Animal Shelter, and Paris Animal Welfare Society. The event lasts through October 15th. One of WKYT's very own is in the Kentucky Broadcasters Association's Mike Hall of Fame.
Bill Bryant was inducted last night. That honor comes during a big anniversary for Bill. He just celebrated 40 years with WKYT. He was honored for his 4 decades of work and for being one of the most respected names in Kentucky political reporting.
The people of Kentucky are a joy to keep informed. Technology has advanced and many things have changed, but Kentuckians remain genuine people. That has not changed.
Several WKYT News staff members also received awards last night. Our digital team took home an award for Best Overall Digital Presence. Our Jessica Umbro was announced Rookie of the Year, and First Alert meteorologist Alexa Minton received runner-up for Best Meteorologist. And our marketing team took home Best Locally Produced Commercial and Best Sales in the TV East Division.
Very proud of our team. Coming up on WKYT Mid-Morning, Lexington's latest homicide. Updates on the ongoing investigation.
Some showers are moving through the area, and we're stuck with a big, thick layer of fog, even at this hour. I'll break it down for you coming up.
Search WKYT, install, and enjoy.
It's completely free
and has everything you need in one spot.
Start streaming WKYT today.
It's the Planet Fitness Strong Choice Sale. Why pay more for the same weights at other gyms when you can save tons at Planet Fitness? Save $28 or more when you join today for just $1 down, $15 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends October 10th. Planet Fitness, Strong Choice.
If you or anyone in your family has been injured, call America's largest injury law firm. Call Morgan & Morgan. ForThePeople.com.
Need better banking? Earn a $200 bonus at UK Federal Credit Union today. Open a UKFCU checking account with direct deposit and enjoy $200. Better rates, better locations, better service. UK Federal Credit Union. It's banking, only better.
Hi, I'm Lee Trevino. Most people know me for winning 6 PGA championships. With my bum knee, I started thinking I was going to have to trade my club in for a cane. Then I discovered Arthritis Knee Pain Centers.
Arthritis Knee Pain Centers has cutting-edge image-guided treatments that place a natural lubricating gel directly into your affected joints. This FDA-approved, non-surgical procedure replenishes the missing cushioning fluid to provide you with pain relief, comfort, and improved mobility without surgery or downtime. It's covered by Medicare and most private insurance. We've helped relieve the pain for thousands of our patients.
Arthritis Knee Pain Centers relieved my pain and changed my life. They got me back in the game again, baby. Call them now and schedule your free knee pain assessment. Get the pain relief you deserve today.
In Lexington, call 800-914-6164. That's 800-914-6164.
Greenbox is all blue for the Cats with these winning deals. Score big with BOGO. Buy a furnace, get an AC free. Don't wait. This offer ends soon.
Catch you on the Fritz side for all your HVAC and plumbing needs.
Greenbox Home Services. Reliable service by good people.
You want to go someplace new? Yeah, you do.
Just follow me. I'll lead the way. See something new. It's a feast for the eyes.
Learn something new.
I think this is so fun. Meet someone new.
Look who we just found hanging in the green room. There's always something new under the sun.
CBS Mornings, weekdays on CBS.
It's the Planet Fitness Strong Choice Sale. Why pay more for the same weights at other gyms when you can save tons at Planet Fitness? Save $28 or more when you join today for just $1 down, $15 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends October 10th. Planet Fitness, Strong Choice.
Watch WKYT News at 10 on CW Lexington.
Welcome back. We now know the name of Lexington's latest homicide victim.
That shooting happened on Russell Cave Road Friday morning. Officers found 25-year-old Jaquan Grundy suffering from a gunshot wound. He later died at the hospital. So far, police haven't made any arrests.
A Georgetown man is accused of shooting at people in Lexington from a vehicle. An arrest citation states Moises Casillas shot at 5 people early Sunday morning. It happened on Russell Cave Road. No one was hurt. Casillas is charged with reckless driving, wanton endangerment, and drug possession.
UK police arrested a man they say led them on a chase near campus. An arrest citation says Robert Keynes ran from the scene of an attempted break-in and drove through the University of Kentucky at a high speed. The citation says Keynes drove in the wrong direction down Administration Drive. Police arrested him along Versailles Road shortly after. He is charged with wanton endangerment, reckless driving, and fleeing from police.
Schools in eastern Kentucky that were impacted by the 2022 floods are celebrating some big donations. The Appalachian Regional Healthcare Foundation donated $70,000 to school districts across the region. Each school received $10,000. Angela Bailey with ARH says the donation is just a part of their continued promise to help rebuild and strengthen the region.
We've been supporting our schools in multiple ways since the flood, and we will continue to do so. To date, the foundation has distributed almost $2 million directly to individuals in flood relief. We've also done a lot with our school system.
The new funding will be used for classroom supplies, infrastructure repairs, and more. Delta Dental also donated mouth guards for each school student athletes.
Now, WKYT First Alert Weather with meteorologist Jen Caldwell.
Fog continues to hang out just above our heads. That's what we've got from our view 300 feet above the station. That's Winchester Road right there in almost the middle of your screen. And it's got fog hanging out just above it. I can't see the downtown city skyline because of how thick it is at this moment. And we're not the only folks seeing it. You bounce around and you can see some on these ridge tops out in eastern Kentucky. We're all the way out in Pikeville with that view. And downtown still holding steady around the tops of some of our buildings here in the Lexington area. What we've got is visibility about 1.25 miles or so here in Lexington. Now, it's better in spots, like out in Mount Sterling, it's up to 7 miles, or 10 miles in London and Williamsburg, and then 9 miles in Somerset. So you do have some pockets where it's not that bad. What you've got is another little batch of some showers that's also moving through the area here. It's not a tremendous amount of rain, but it's what we got. That's about the extent of it. And you might see these multiply a little bit more. You might run into a few more here as the day plays out. You got these around Hazard, some toward Heinemann, and towards Zigersville, back into Clay and Laurel County. So it's out there, cruising right along on the lighter side. Check this out. There's some cooler air trying to invade the country too right now behind an old boundary here. You can see the big push of some of the cooler stuff. While around here, we sit in the 60s. Quite pleasant. I think we'll end up in the 70s. Clear this fog up when you really do it. Rain chances over the next 7 days. Today is your best shot, and it's only isolated. Everything else is kind of low after that. We get into Wednesday, and you get into Friday, and you get another chance going into Monday of next week. So there are chances. They're just not elevated to anything other than the bottom 2 levels of measurement for us. So the hour by hour, still picking up on those showers out east, and then maybe a few more will drift through our skies. Not everybody sees it. And again, when we thin some of this fog out, things are going to clear up in spots. You'll get a little more sun to come all the way through. But again, it's being tough to burn off completely. By early on Wednesday morning, about 50s, 60s. By later in the day, a little bit cooler compared to where I think we max out today. But then by the early morning hours on Thursday, I think we have a shot at getting all the way down into the low 50s. Maybe a 40-degree reading sneaks in. There is that possibility. You can see it right there on the map. And then we start rallying again. We're back 75, close to 80 degrees. The warmer stuff will start taking over. And we get to the next phase with some of that milder air that will take over. Again, normal daytime highs put you around 75 for today. And that's what I've got in the actual 10-day forecast. But beyond that, after the quick little shot of some relatively cooler air on Wednesday, we stay pretty warm, all things considered, through the end of the week and going into the weekend until next week. But, next week, that's next week, Jim's problem.
Don't worry about that then.
That's right. So we'll just wait on that. But this is shaping up to be quite a nice little run here in the first few days of October, y'all.
Pretty nice looking there, yeah. Good to get back to it.
Yes.
Yeah, after the soaker. Yeah.
Thanks, Jim. The Week Without Driving Challenge is now underway in Lexington.
The initiative aims to help you see from other perspectives. Whether you try walking, biking, or using public transit, the idea is to challenge participants to navigate the community without their vehicles. It's to show how much we rely on them. It's also a chance to demonstrate the need for more walkability and public transport in Lexington.
There are people who just need to get from place to place, and I think the more we can all understand the gaps in our transportation system, then the better equipped we are to talk about how to fill those gaps.
If you're interested in participating, you can sign up by using a link on the city's website.
The basketball Wildcats will be playing on a new court this winter. Harold Leader reports the former basketball court at Rupp was installed before the 2001-2002 season and was supposed to be replaced last year. While the new court was in place for UK's game against UNC Wilmington last December, after the game, the manufacturer said it was not up to the company's standards. The Cats finished that season on their old court. Now that the new court is ready to go, fans will officially catch a glimpse at the team's exhibition opener October 23rd. The general manager of Central Bank Center says the old court will be cut into pieces and sold as memorabilia for fans. An official announcement with more details should come in the next few weeks. Billie Eilish announces more tour dates.
And Prince Harry makes a rare visit back home. Naomi Ruckham has your eye on entertainment.
The first teaser is out for the highly anticipated new Netflix series No Good Deed, starring Lisa Kudrow and Ray Romano. The two play a couple trying to unload their 1920s Spanish-style villa in LA. But as the bidding war begins, they struggle to hide the dark and dangerous secrets lingering inside. No Good Deed premieres on Netflix December 12th. Billie Eilish is adding 2 more shows to her North American tour. The sold-out Hit Me Hard and Soft tour kicked off Sunday in Quebec City, and now the pop sensation has added 2 additional December dates at the Kia Forum in Los Angeles. Pre-sales for the new shows begin today. General tickets go on sale Wednesday. And Prince Harry made a rare visit to the UK Monday, speaking at a charity event benefiting seriously ill children and their caregivers.
For many of us, it is a daily life that we can hardly imagine. And yet somehow, the young people I meet are always smiling. And in every room they walk into, seemingly lights up with warmth and positivity. So, keep being you. You've got this, and we've got you.
The Duke of Sussex was there without his wife, Meghan Markle. They gave up their royal duties in 2020 when they moved to the U.S. to focus on entertainment and charitable projects. That's your Eye on Entertainment. Naomi Ruckham, CBS News, New York.
I think Billie Eilish would be fun to see in concert.
I'm sure it's a great show. Yeah. Coming up on WKYT, a look at today's top health stories, including the link between falls and cognitive decline.
And here's a look at your lottery jackpots. Tonight's Mega Millions jackpot is $93 million. Tomorrow's Powerball jackpot is $275 million.
This is Tony, and this is Tony's Good Feet story.
I did know that back pain, foot pain come along with the job. Before my arch supports, I felt defeated. But since getting the arch supports from the Good Feet store, I'm more positive.
Clinically proven, significant pain relief in only 4 weeks.
It's like opening up a whole new life, like sunshine coming out. I would recommend it to anyone.
Take back the life you love and book your personalized arch support fitting today.
Do you have Medicare and suffer with knee pain? Have you been told you have arthritis and that risky knee surgery with a lengthy recovery is the only answer? Well, stop everything and call the number on your screen, because Arthritis Knee Pain Centers has a non-surgical procedure that can eliminate your pain without surgery or downtime. Plus, it's covered by Medicare and most private insurance. Our doctors use an advanced image-guided procedure to restore natural lubrication and cushioning in your knees, to relieve your pain and restore your mobility without surgery or downtime. Many patients report relief after the first visit.
I'm not having any pain, my knee's not like sticking. It's just wonderful.
And after the first injection, I knew it was going to work.
Remember, it's covered by Medicare and most private insurance. So call Arthritis Knee Pain Centers now and schedule your no-charge, no-obligation knee pain screening. Call 800-280-3418. That's 800-280-3418.
Champion Windows and the Cincinnati Reds are teaming up to give you a home run deal. Right now, we're offering buy 2 windows, get 2 free. And for a limited time, Reds fans can get an additional $1,000 off a sunroom, screen room, or patio cover using promo code GOREDS. If you're at a game this season, come check out the Champion Sunroom at the ballpark, located in the Sun and Moon Deck area. Call or schedule your free estimate online at championreds.com. Proud sponsor of the Cincinnati Reds.
Hey y'all, it's Sawyer. And Gus and Petey from Hicks and Funson, Kentucky Lawyers. Sawyer, can I ask you a question? If size matters, why did David beat Goliath? That's because it's not the size of the dog in the fight that matters, it's the size of the fight in the dog. If you've been hurt in an accident and want local lawyers who will fight for you, call Mr. Josh Nydad. Call 859-777-7000 or visit honestdealist.com.
At WKYT, we are committed to bringing you First Alert weather.
Good evening, everybody. It's a very nice afternoon across the area. Join me for Kentucky Newsmaker Sunday morning at 11:30 on WKYT.
Breaking news on mid-morning. The White House believes Iran is preparing an imminent ballistic missile attack against Israel.
A senior U.S. administration official warned of severe consequences if that happens. The official says the U.S. is supporting Israeli defensive preparations. This comes after Israel launched a ground offensive in southern Lebanon targeting Hezbollah. Israeli special forces have already carried out more than 70 missions inside Lebanon. We'll keep you updated on air and online as we learn more. Well, shortening the road to recovery for breast cancer survivors.
Plus the link between falls and cognitive decline. Willie James Inman has the details in this Better Living report.
Older adults who experience a fall face a higher risk of dementia within a year, according to a new study. Researchers from Brigham and Women's Hospital in Massachusetts say the increased risk is 21%. They add the link between falls and dementia appears to be a two-way street, with cognitive decline increasing the likelihood of falls, and the trauma of the falls accelerate the progression of dementia. For breast cancer patients who've had a mastectomy, a large new study finds shortening the course of radiation therapy ahead of breast reconstruction is safe and effective. Researchers at the University of Utah found cutting the treatment by nearly half from 25 to 16 doses did not increase complications, nor lead to a higher rate of cancer reoccurrence. And new research finds combining time-restricted eating with standard nutrition counseling results in greater blood sugar control and fat loss than nutrition counseling alone. Researchers in San Diego looked at people with metabolic syndrome. They found that the group whose eating was restricted to an 8 to 10 hour daily window not only lost more weight, but a higher proportion of the weight loss was from fat, suggesting the intervention likely poses a lower risk of muscle loss. Those are some of the day's top health stories. Willie James Inman, CBS News.
Meteorologist Jim Caldwell is tracking the next big thing.
All right, a lot of folks are wondering about the tropics and all the developments that continue to go on down there, especially when you come off of a system like Helene and all the impact it had. So we are still watching some development out in the Caribbean, the potential for it. The chance of it coming together is low. It's still 40%, but this would be the zone if it starts to develop. It's somewhere within this area. Now, I've watched some data come out, put some energy over the Yucatan and then out into the Gulf, and then it develops. And then I've watched it not even pick up on it. So that's what we're doing. Tropical weather outside of that, you've got, this is what's left over of Joyce. That right there is Kirk. And there's another area of interest out there. So just kind of keeping an eye on the tropics for us. That is the next big thing.
Thanks, Jim. Up next, police search for 2 suspects involved in a Lexington homicide.
What we know so far about that investigation.